Welcome to the channel. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be looking at Island in the Sun by Weezer. This is a great example for beginner to early intermediate guitar players, and we're going to cover the solo, we're going to cover the chords, a simple strumming pattern you can use. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel as well if you don't want to miss another lesson. With all that being said, let's get right into it. So, we're starting with 4 chords. We have E minor, A minor, nice transition, going to D, and to G. So let's break down the shapes very quickly. The E minor, you can use your middle and ring finger, second and third finger, dropping right down, keeping those together, adding in the first finger for the A minor. Now when we go over to the D chord, you want your middle finger to kind of swap with your first in terms of position, so your middle finger goes towards the floor, first finger moves here for the D. And when you go from the D to the G, for this song specifically, you can bring your pinky to that 3rd fret of the high E and then bring the bass note. So, simple pattern, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. That D, when I come up, down, down, up, I'm adding the pinky. Alright, so when I get to the downbeat for G, I'm already, half my fingers are already there. First and second are gonna jump up here. So honestly, you can get through most of the song just by doing that, if not almost all of it, just with that strumming pattern. If you just want to play along to the record, or maybe you want to sing with your friends and just kind of go through the chords and have the harmony down. So let's talk about the 4 shapes in the intro, because I think this is what you probably remember more than anything. We're starting with an E minor chord here. Now it looks just like your D minor open chord, moved up a whole step, right? 2 frets, so we have 4th fret on the G string, 5th fret on the B string with the ring finger, and your first finger, 3rd fret of the high E. Good. Now the next chord is going to be the A minor, of course, for following the progression. So you can use your first finger if you'd like to bar the 5th fret on the first 3 strings, or you could collapse the ring finger and bar that on the first 3 strings as well. D, regular D shape here. So altogether, that intro looks like this. We have E minor, A, D, G, E, A, D, going to that G. That's a great way to play that intro, and it's a really smart use of triads, just outlining what the rest of the guitars are doing. So the chorus, I would switch up the strumming pattern to give it some variation. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And we have D, G, D, G, C, A minor, D. So there's also a power chord layer in here as well, which I think is useful to learn. Let's talk about that as well. We have E, A, D, and G. Something like this I think is useful to practice your muted strumming. So for that verse, you could switch it up if you're playing along with the recording. Right? E, A, D, G. Back there. So all I'm doing is using the palm of my hand very closely to the bridge. The further back you bring it, the more you'll have the pitch, and it's just muffled, right? That's really what we're looking for. Now there's another really cool melodic layer in there, and this is a great example of how you can outline the chords using very small shapes. So we're starting here, And it's really built around this E minor bar chord here. It sounds like this. So this section is just outlining the chords. Again, here we have 9th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the B string. Alternating for one measure. First finger barring the 7th fret on the G and B for half a measure, and then the middle finger going to that 8th fret of the B string. Now this is a great solo for beginning guitar players because it just outlines the melody, very simple to hear, and it's not very challenging to play at all. So the whole thing is going to be between the 7th and 10th fret here. We're going to start on the 7th fret of the G string. Sounds like this. We're just outlining that melody. Right? That's really it. Now, of course, the tabs for all of this will be up on my Patreon, synced with my playing, so you can follow along and learn at your own pace. Now, the solo itself, I want you to sort of think about the E minor scale here. Starting on the A string, we have 7, 9, 10. D string, 7, 9, 10. 7, 9 on the G string. Okay, so that whole melody, right, is really just fits right inside of that scale. And of course, that's the case for most of the things you listen to. Once you learn the position and the chords that are there, you know that even if you're trying to learn the melody by ear, it has to be, most likely if it's diatonic like this, it's going to fit into that pattern. So that makes it a lot easier to learn this by ear. In fact, I would recommend not looking at tabs. I would use your eyes and ears for this. So that's just a quick breakdown of all the parts in this song. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, thank you so much for watching. It was great to have you, and I'll see you in the next one.